Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Sunday, January 22nd. Seeing some snow showers push east throughout the day, of which could be moderate at times, reducing visibility, leading to those slippery road conditions, especially as you're headed out the door this morning. Seeing some breezy mountain winds, but outside of that, that system will depart to our south today, leaving some cold and foggy weather conditions behind, and I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today. Do have a winter system rolling through the area. Looking at about a trace to 3 inches in the valleys, 2 to 6 as you get up into the mountains. And we go see those breezy wind gusts. Seeing those about as high as 45 miles an hour, leading to some localized blowing and drifting snow. So especially as you head up and over any mountain passes and places like that, we'll be seeing those gusty winds. Patchy dense fog and freezing fog returns for tonight, so we are seeing patches out there this morning, but that's expected to be more widespread for tonight, Sunday night, into Monday night, and throughout the week next week. Underneath these low clouds, could see some light freezing drizzle and snow flurries, but accumulation should stay fairly limited. High pressure ridge off the Pacific coast remains in control, bringing continued rounds of light moisture up and over into our area and keeping temperatures below normal. Satellite this morning shows an upper level low tracking directly overhead into our region. A blocking ridge of high pressure into Wyoming will send the system further south down towards Las Vegas and Utah, Nevada area. But outside of that, conditions will be fairly wet to start the day, trending increasingly dry as this low begins to transition directly overhead, with some scattered snow showers filtering in throughout the later part of the day. Bigger picture for you, so we got that high pressure ridge to our west, low pressure system moving into the Pacific Northwest, and continued active weather across the northern Pacific. So this blocking ridge of high pressure will send moisture up and over into our area, mainly favoring areas further north and east, so headed up towards the Montana border region and Wyoming border region. A little bit more dry as you get out towards the Great Basin. Weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. Main concerns today will center around that snow and breezy wind potential, especially as you're headed up and over mountain passes. With that shifting for Monday and Tuesday, could see some light snow continuing, but the main concern at least will be that patchy, dense fog. So seeing those winds start to drop off and seeing those very clear skies, especially during the overnight hours, will lead to very cold temperatures and the risk for some patchy, dense fog, leading to very limited visibility. Snow chances continue in the mountains through the later part of the week, with accumulations remaining light. Watches, warnings, and advisories do have a winter weather advisory in effect for the South Hills, Albion Mountains, and National Weather Service office in Boise does have a winter weather advisory for the portions of the western Magic Valley. Looking at about maybe 1 to 3 inches in the lower valleys there, 4 to 8 as you get above 6,000 feet, with those strongest winds leading to some blowing and drifting snow. Temperatures today started off on the colder side of things, single and double digits below zero, but beyond that, we're going to be looking at afternoon highs struggling to get above 25, so going trend today will be teens and 20s. Wind gusts today, already starting to see those breezy mountain winds, of which should be shifting further south throughout the day. We will be seeing those gusty winds up to about maybe 30, 40 miles an hour, peaking around 50 as you get up on those higher summits and ridge lines. And by tonight, those downsloping winds on the divide will be the most breezy winds. So areas up towards Du Bois, Spencer along I-15 and Idaho 28 headed up towards Salmon. We're also going to see some breezy winds as you get out towards Sweetser Summit as well, headed into Snowville. So this is taking a look at reflectivity, and I thought I'd drag in the radar here. So this is currently what we're seeing right now on the ground. So seeing this band coming out of the Central Mountains, convergence band. So we're having westerly flow here in the Magic Valley, northerly flow continuing up and over the divide. So with this, we are going to see this band continue to shift into the I-15 corridor, bringing a brief round of moderate to heavy snow at times, leading to quickly covered roads. So we're seeing dry roads out there right now, but this band will be leading to some impacts for the morning commute. Headed out the door this morning, but beyond that, more drier conditions starting to filter in behind, with more scattered snow showers behind this main organized line. And the way this model depicts it here, thought it did a pretty good job. Shows that batch coming out of the north and this batch coming out of the southwest. Those will converge onto the I-15 corridor for this morning, so 5, 6, into 7 a.m. We will continue to see some snow showers. These will begin to wane in intensity, but could still see some moderate pockets, especially this morning. But by the afternoon hours, it will be transitioning to mostly just mountain snow showers, with beyond that staying mostly dry for many of our population centers. Snow totals today generally being fairly light. We're going to see some mountain accumulations in those 1 to 3 inch range, getting further southwest in the valleys. But beyond that, those highest totals, seeing some localized highest elevations of the South Hills, Albion Mountains picking up the most snow. For everybody else, could see some localized pockets along this corridor, about 1 to 2 inches, but the going trend should stay fairly light as that band looks to be fairly, brief, but certainly moderate to heavy at times, reducing visibility. Temperatures for your Monday. It's going to be a very cold day to kick off Monday, kick off the work week. You're going to see temperatures single and double digits below zero. Warmest areas should be in the teens, so head out towards Burley. 12 degrees is your warmest low for Monday morning. Afternoon highs on Monday are going to be in the teens, 20s, and pushing about 30 degrees in portions of the western Magic Valley. Wind chills Monday morning, so we're not seeing as much of a concern for the wind chill warning, but certainly going to see some localized wind chills down to about -30, -35. But everybody should get in on the action right around 0 to -20 for Monday morning. Wind gusts on Monday, so again, slightly breezy as you get up further north, leading to some localized blowing and drifting snow. But outside of that, should be staying, fairly breezy in these areas where we're going to see the gusty downslope northerly winds. But outside of that, taking Monday evening and Monday afternoon, mostly going to be just slightly breezy in the mountains, with overall quiet weather returning across the region, outside of some patchy areas of dense fog. Snowfall amounts on Monday, so just some light snow shower activity up towards the Salmon, Lemhi Valley, and out towards Island Park, and a little bit of lingering activity out towards Twin. But other than that, should be staying mostly dry for your Monday, outside of some snow flurries. Temperatures on Tuesday, keeping with that cold trend. We're going to start again single digits above and below 0, with teens as your warmest. Afternoon highs 20s to low 30s. Winds on Tuesday should stay fairly light, not seeing any gusts above 25 miles an hour. And snowfall on Tuesday, starting to see a little bit of that uptick up towards Island Park, Teton Pass, and portions of the eastern highlands. But overall, that should be contained mostly to the higher elevations east of I-15, headed up over to Monida Pass, north of Salmon. But other than that, should be seeing maybe some light snowfall accumulations on the I-15 corridor, but much of that will be along our border regions. Temperatures on Wednesday, going to slightly warming trend as we get into Wednesday. Overall, still staying fairly cold. Single digits and teens are going to be those coldest temperatures for your Wednesday, with afternoon highs in the teens, 20s to low 30s. Wind gusts on Wednesday should stay fairly light. We're seeing some slight breeziness as you get up into the central mountains, but other than that, should be staying less than 25 miles an hour. And snowfall amounts on Wednesday, keep it with that light mountain snow trend. We will continue to see some snow showers picking up and accumulation as you get further south for Wednesday. But outside of that, should just be seeing some flurry action for much of the region with light snowfall accumulations in the mountains. And temperatures on Thursday, keep it with that cold trend, single digits below 0, and warmest areas in the teens. Afternoon highs, teens, 20s to low 30s. And wind gusts on Thursday, not sounding like a broken record here, but cold weather and, light winds should be the main trend this week. That will be conducive for fog, so we're keeping an eye on that for you this week. But outside of that, wind gusts Thursday, look peak around 25-30 miles an hour as you get up into the mountains. But that was also your weather briefing for today, Sunday, January 22nd. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Sunday.